Standard 5, Subject evs2 revision, and this is the third part of the chapter, Evolution of Mankind. Homo sapiens, the human species that was more intelligent than any of the earlier species, was named as Homo sapiens. In Europe, sapiens is also known as Cro-Magnon man. The remains have been found in the continent of Europe, Asia and Africa. Homo sapiens made different kinds of tools and implements to suit the task they needed to do. They used to make stone blades and fix them in grooves and notches made in wood or bone handles. Sapiens had developed to the stage of having a fully developed larynx, which could produce a range of sound with subtle differences. The jaws and the muscle inside the mouth were well developed and the tongue was flexible. Homo sapiens could use them to produce a variety of sound and modulate his voice the way he liked. He could give names to the different things he saw and could put his thought and feelings into words. Using these words, he could speak and communicate. In short, he had a well-developed language system. He could draw pictures on the basis of actual observation as well as imagination. He even began to make artistic objects. That is why he has been named Homo sapiens, that is intelligent man or thinking man. Homo sapiens sapiens. Homo sapiens sapiens is the name given to the human has the capacity to think developed even further than that of Homo sapiens. The capacity of their brain and their grasping power also developed further with time. We, that is, the modern humans are Homo sapiens sapiens. The appearance and health characteristic of human beings indicate their similarity to their ancestor. This is known as heredity. Genetics is the science that studies heredity. Genetics research has shown that we have inherited some traits from Neanderthal man. Thus, it can be said that Neanderthal mans and Homo sapiens are both ancestors of the modern human. Around 11,000 to 10,000 BC, Homo sapiens sapiens developed the technique of cultivating land and keeping animals. Because of their well developed capacity to think, the speed at which they improved the technology increased with time. They began to live a more settled life. They began to grow food grains in the fields. As a result, the amount of carbohydrate in their food increased. Their body and the face grew smaller and that had been in the earlier generations. The name Homo sapiens sapiens reflect their intellectual and cultural rather than their physical power. All animals must necessarily meet their basic need for food. However, modern humans are not satisfied with only doing that much through their efforts to enrich their life. Using their creativity, intelligence, and skills, human beings acquire a culture and continue to develop it. The technology and cultural progress achieved by modern humans after the beginning of agriculture and domestication of animals has been rapid. The changed lifestyle and diet affected the appearance of humans. The history of the evolution of humans that began from apes can be divided into various stages. Homo habilis, the man who could stand on his 2 feet, his spine was bent, and he started making some tools which were used for hunting small animals. Then Homo erectus, the one who could stand on his feet and was erect, and he knew the technique of using fire, not making it, using fire. Neanderthal man knew how to use the fire, and he knew that he have to roast the meat, he have to cook the meat before eating it. Okay, and there was certain ritual which they performed when the person of the group died, and then after some time the some group of Neanderthals left Africa and then migrated to Europe and Asia. So due to climatical changes, they had to adopt different changes, physical changes, and they have to find proper food for themselves. What is heredity? Answer: the appearance and health characteristic of human beings indicate their similarity to their ancestors. This is known as heredity. Second, appearance of Homo sapiens sapiens. Answer: the changed lifestyle and diet affected the appearance of humans. The body and face grew smaller than they had been in the earlier generations.